happiness, really interesting. So as we discuss happiness, I think, yeah, great, let's all hold hands and like sing Kumbaya. That's not happiness. So what we've been trying to do at Herman Miller is measure happiness. And the way that we've been trying to measure happiness is through taking blood samples from people. And tonight, we're going to take some blood samples from everybody. If you could close the door. No, I'm joking. We're not taking any blood samples tonight. But we were looking for two molecules in the blood in particular that represent happiness. One was called oxytocin. So any parents in the room will know of oxytocin. It is the one that builds the bond between mother and child, but it's also empathic. So fathers, doctors, surgeons in the room, they also get oxytocin levels increased. And then the other one was called Adrenocortry Quatropin, which is basically stress represented in the blood. Now, the reason why we wanted to look at blood instead of like hitting a smiley, frowny, or mediocre face on a keyboard or doing a self-report is that blood work doesn't lie, and people do. So blood is like, if you try and eat a cookie and keep your sugar levels down, not possible. So what we discovered is that different furniture settings, again, stimulate this trust and stress to different degrees. So as you've moved through this building and through this space, your blood work has actually changed. Isn't that interesting? How your blood moves as you move around space. So we actually determined the happiest space in the office. But I think unconsciously you already know where that space is. If I was to ask you where you would take a colleague to build trust or just for a moment of respite to reduce your stress, where is the space that comes to mind? It's not your desk, is it? It's the cafeteria, again. It's somewhere where you can break bread, have food, have a coffee to start your day so you can actually human. You know, this is the space that is the happiest environment in the office. And more so than a desk and a chair. Actually, we found that actually increased stress and reduced trust when people were working on activities together. So again, I'm really flying the flag for cafeteria spaces today, but they're so important to have, and not a nice to have, an essential element that we have to include. So Google have nailed that. They've nailed those sorts of spaces, and so has co-working, but they also can afford to have all those other environments as well. And they still provide, or they used to provide, a desk and a chair for everybody. But again, you don't really need to do that, because on average you spend about 30% of your day sat at a desk and a chair. So that's a lot of wasted furniture and real estate. So this is from the furniture manufacturer in the room. Please stop buying as many desks and chairs from us.